What's up? My name is Moise Nicolas, and for those that keep asking, yes, I'm finally doing a YouTube, and I promise I'm gonna stick with it this time. I promise I'm gonna stick with it. I promise. But I know the reason why you guys are here. You want to know what lens I use on my camera, and to answer that question really quickly, the Tamron 28-75. I won't give you a bunch of runarounds. I won't give you a bunch of scientific things on it, but I will tell you that I love this lens, and I use it for just about every situation. I use it with photography. I use it with videography. I use it in interview situations. I've even used it in concerts. Now, the thing I like the most about this lens is the 28-75 focal length. That 28 gives me a nice wide, and that 75 gives me a nice tight. Now, the things I don't like about this lens, at 75 for me, sometimes it's hard to find focus. Like, it always focus hunts for some reason at 75 when using video. Now, when using photography, it's usually on point and it usually nails the focus every single time. Now, with that being said, that is really me nitpicking with this lens, and I think this lens has a lot to offer, especially under $900. I mean, come on, fam, like, you can't beat that. Like, I think the Sony 24-70 is like $2,000. Would you rather spend $2,000 or would you rather spend $900? Me personally, I'd rather spend $900. Now, you have to understand with the A6300 and the A6500, you will have a crop factor, so that it will be a 1.5 times crop, but I still think it's a beautiful lens for those cameras, especially if you're a photographer trying to keep a budget-friendly setup. Now, a $900 lens on top of, I think the Sony A6300 may be $800 or $900. You can't beat that. You got one hell of a setup with those two combinations. Another thing that I want to say about the Tamron 28-75 is it's a little heavy. So if you're using your mirrorless cameras and you want to keep that light setup, this is not the way to go. But if you don't mind a little weight to it, then I say go for it. At $900, like I said, you can't beat that. The constant 2.8 aperture, what makes it great in low light. I mean, what more could you ask for? And not to mention, this lens is extremely sharp. And I'm not just exaggerating, I mean, it's extremely sharp. I've shot in some situations and it just blew me away by how sharp this lens is. It's, like I said, especially coming in at $900. So if you've been thinking about the Tamron 28-75, get it. I don't see why you wouldn't, unless you just want the 24-70 and you have $2,000 to spend on that. And I say, hey, go get that instead, because it's a nicer lens. If you were kind of like me and you were on a budget when looking for a lens, I would definitely recommend the Tamron 28-75. So to wrap this video up, if you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more content or see some different things that I utilize on a day-to-day basis, leave those things in the comments so I know what to talk about in my next video. As far as everything else, I hope you guys were able to get an insight on the Tamron 28-75. If I didn't answer everything that you were looking for, you can also leave those in the comments and I can go through the comments and respond to you guys' questions about the Tamron 28-75. But as for now, that is all. Again, my name is Moise Nicolas, and we out.